The Happiness Formula by Stefan Klein. I've read this marvelous, stupendous book in Romanian, Formula Fericirii, la libreria Humanitas. And I'm not sure what the English version would sound like, I mean the title, but this is fantastic, terrific, as they say. I didn't think it would be such an epiphany. In fact, I took this book to the sauna, thinking this is light material which would just not lose anything by being read in an hostile medium. It turns out I don't have enough words of gratitude to talk about this author. He's the only one from Europe that I know, that I've read about. And as I'm saying, the one European author that has a book which I finished. The others are American: Tal Ben-Shahar, Martin Seligman, Sonia Lubomirsky, Ed Diner, Daniel Gilbert, Sean Acor, mentioned in The Economist from last week. Economist, which, by the way, criticizes somewhat this new tendency to insist on happiness in the workplace. Zappo has this insistence that its employees go to delirium nearly in expressing joy and happiness to the customers who come for shoes or whatever. That's indeed taking things to an extreme. But coming back to Stefan Klein, he speaks from the start of the book about what will happen to the reader's brain. It will change by the end of the book. The brain will look in a different way, and this is one of the key discoveries, one of the most important facts proved by science today, that we keep changing. It was thought until just a few decades ago that the brain will stop accumulating, and its plasticity was not in doubt. I would say it was contested. It was not believed to be true. But now we can see and understand how we create different pathways. Neurons create different connections between them, and as mentioned, when you read a material which can influence you, you are different by the end, and that's encouraging, a reason for an optimistic attitude. Perhaps not that encouraged at Zappos, as mentioned, happiness to the extreme of jocularity, but still. He talks about a few fascinating things which some have been mentioned in other books by other authors. I found, for instance, the study on the nuns, Notre Dame nuns, in his book, and then mentioning a few others. I think this is great when you have confirmation. Various luminaries have studied one issue and they all come to the same conclusion, a positive, optimistic conclusion. Sometimes there are differences. The difference between the gratitude exercise, for instance, Tal Ben-Shahar from Harvard feels that we benefit from doing this every day. At the end of the day, do well to express gratitude for three things: people, events that happen during the day, from God to having a good pie, from your children to something at work. Whereas Sonia Lubovinsky from the University of California um, has the opinion that the gratitude exercise has benefits when there is a pause, when it is done once a week, for instance, at the end of the week, as opposed to every day. Every day it becomes a routine and it's not so excellent. Another person and aspect mentioned by Stefan Klein refers to someone who writes something beautiful from prison. I will come to that in a new note on this because it's fantastic.